Hi, welcome to Strata Signals. This week, big money in the deep tech industry. Elon Musk's SpaceX just pulled off the biggest and loudest IPO of all time, bringing in $1.77 trillion. In just days, the company's valuation went way beyond $2.5 trillion, and it just seems to be going higher from there. Almost immediately after the IPO, the company bought Anysphere for $60 billion. That's said to be the biggest acquisition of a venture capital-based company in history. Anysphere makes Cursor, an AI-based tool that's widely used by developers to generate and debug code using natural language prompts. Among the users of Cursor is NVIDIA. The proceeds from the IPO will also be used to help fund the development of Terafab, two enormous IC manufacturing fabs already announced. Those fabs will be cranking out chips for XAI. Also, the company has plans to use SpaceX rockets to launch 1 million orbital data center nodes for XAI. Now, this all seems overwhelming, but that might be the point. XAI's biggest rivals, Anthropic and OpenAI, are also planning giant IPOs for this year. But analysts are already postulating that the SpaceX IPO has dimmed the prospects for even one more giant AI IPO in 2026, let alone two. SpaceX lost $5 billion in 2025, mostly because of investments in XAI. It was just reported this week that OpenAI lost $21 billion. We don't know Anthropic's financials, but everybody pretty much assumes that they're also operating at a loss. Don't say it. Don't say the B word. In any other week, the biggest deep tech industry news would probably be the funding received by a couple of robotic startups. Robotics makes humanoid and industrial robots. It just brought in $1.4 billion in a Series C funding round. Prometheus, the startup founded by Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos last year, took in $12 billion in funding, mostly from financial companies. Prometheus supposedly does physical AI. That might mean robotics, it might not. The phrase is meaningless, and Bezos is providing no details. So that was the big news this week. If you'd like to learn more about some of the money being thrown at the deep tech industry lately, visit the Strata website where we will have links to stories with many more details. The guy who designed the worst failure in automotive history since the Edsel is now worth $1 trillion. Go figure.